when you are feeling the discomfort that comes with moving into change, you take your focus inward. Take it inward, and you feel the discomfort inside. You take your focus in to the very heart of that sensation, and you watch. You just watch it. And there's a few ways that you can support yourself when you're going through a change. On a physical level, one thing that I find very helpful for me when I'm in the midst of a life change that's making me feel uncomfortable is I do core work exercises. I know that sounds maybe funny for some people, but when I do exercises that engage and strengthen my abdomen and my core muscles, I get this sense of strong connection with myself. When the core of my physicality is strong, I'm able to physically and energetically hug into my center even more. Your core is your center of power. It's where all of your power emanates. And I'm also a runner as well as a yoga practitioner, and I've found over the years in my running experience that a strong core makes for a much easier run, because your power doesn't really come from your arms and your legs. Your power comes from a holding of your center, and then momentum brings your arms and legs into motion. So all of your power comes from the core. So if you're going through a change and if you're feeling uncomfortable, take your focus inward, do some core exercises, like look them up online, Google them, or I can do another video and show you some things you could do. Like, let me know if you want that. Another thing that you can do is meditation. And I hate bringing that up because like everybody knows that meditation is the secret to happiness. Everybody knows the profound and the widely spread benefits of meditation. We all know this, but for some reason, even if we have a meditation practice, it's so common to fall out and fall in and out of your meditation practice. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's difficult to meditate. It's difficult to meditate because the mind is restless. Do you know what restlessness is? Probably not, because we escape it all day long. We spend so much of our mental energy escaping the sensation of restlessness. It's a sense of, restlessness is a sense of boredom and a sense of, am I doing this right? Am I doing the wrong thing? It's a sense of boredom mixed with doubt, mixed with, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm doing this wrong, I should be doing this instead. You got a monkey mind, and it chatters all day long about the things that you should be doing and obtaining outside of yourself, when the secret to life is to bring your focus inward and just watch that very restlessness. You just watch it. So we don't meditate because the sensation of restlessness is uncomfortable. It's difficult, but you can acquire a large amount of mental fortitude and inner strength and character strength by simply being willing to sit quietly and watch the sensations within your mind and within your body. Within your mind, when you sit and watch it, restlessness does kind of bubble up. It's like, ooh, when can I get out of this? When can I be going and doing the next thing? And you don't respond to that, you just watch it. A couple things that we can do to support ourselves when we're going through change and when it's uncomfortable is we bring our focus inward and we notice that we're going through change and that it's uncomfortable, and we forgive it. And we forgive it by being willing to hold it. And then we condition our physical body to be able to hold the discomfort. And the first place I go to is my core. And when that network of muscles is strong, it can hold you steady. It can open your heart so you can actually face the things that life is asking you to face. And then the third thing is to sit and meditate. And there are various ways that you can meditate. All of the ways just require you to do one thing, and that is sit quietly and watch. You put your focus on an object of your choosing. The breath, it can be a sound, It could be a mantra, which is a word or a phrase that you repeat in your mind over and over. Or you just watch your thoughts. And it's not easy. It's not easy. You will find that you will sit and you will place your focus on that object of your choosing, and within a second, maybe within a minute, your mind will wander. And that's when you notice you've wandered, and then you bring it back. And that return is what the practice is. That moment of enlightenment when you realize you've wandered and then you return to your focus is the gold of the practice. That's why we do it. So one thing that helps me in my meditation practice is I set a timer. And I know for the amount of time that timer is set, I'm just going to be there, and I'm just going to practice watching my thoughts or watching my object of my focus, and then noticing when I wander and then pulling it back. And then in that moment where I pull my focus back to my chosen object of focus, I offer forgiveness. Forgiveness is the most important energy that you can bring into your body. All day long, can you look for ways that you can forgive yourself? Especially if you're going through a time of transition or change in your life. Can you forgive the change? Can you forgive the discomfort? Can you forgive your reaction to the discomfort? Can you forgive your sweet, sweet willingness to sit and meditate? And can you forgive your mind when it wanders? And can you forgive in that moment when you gently pull it back? It's all a practice. There's no way to do it wrong. All you need is your willingness, your breath, and your body, and your forgiveness. That's all you need. You don't need to overthink it. So another thing that I wanted to mention is that when we are going through a time of change or transition in our life, and if it's causing upset or discomfort, that can throw us off. And maybe I'm speaking for myself. It throws me off. Change throws me off, and I have a historical pattern of moving into dark places of depression. It's like a sweet little combination of depression and anxiety that I go through when I clench, and then I get depressed, and then I get anxious because I'm depressed. It's a soup of darkness. So when I'm in that soup of darkness, the first thing I tell myself is that it's okay. Once again, you bring that forgiveness in. It's okay. And then the work here in the soup of darkness is to find this balance where you are aware of where you are while not letting it succumb you. You're not becoming the darkness, you're aware of the darkness. So you want to be careful of toxic positivity. You don't want to deny the darkness. You don't want to you don't want to force it or shove it under the rug or pretend like everything's okay. You want to be real with exactly where your heart and your mind is right now. You want to be real in your soup of darkness, but you don't want to be the darkness. You want to be aware of it. You want to be able to hold it. There is this aspect of you that is able to hold everything within you. It is able to hold your darkness while also holding your forgiveness and your awareness of it. And that right there is allowing yourself to be whole. It's reintegrating every single aspect and emotion and experience within your body, and that's healing. So along this line of thought, the last thing that I want to say when you're in the soup of darkness is that every positive thought counts and it matters. Okay? And I say this with trepidation because, once again, I don't want us to fall into the trap of toxic positivity and avoiding or denying our reality. I want us to be aware of where we are when we're feeling uncomfortable or if we're in a soup of darkness, while at the same time, I want us to keep the door open for the light. You want to root down to where you are, and like a plant, once you root down, you can start reaching for the light. And you can reach for the light in very subtle and fleeting ways throughout your day. And for me, my practice or my goal or my desire is in the morning. As soon as I open my eyes, I use that as an opportunity to look for one tiny, subtle, positive thing that I can land on. It's as small as feeling the way my pillow feels against my face, or the warmth of my covers over me, and that feels nice. It's so easy for my mind to just be so upset once I wake up because I have to get up and start doing stuff and I'm so tired. But I notice that too, and I also remind myself that it's okay to reach for something positive as well. So I kind of burrow into the warmth of my covers and I feel for just a micro moment the warmth of that and how that feels kind of good. And then throughout my day, I just reach for those micro moments of positive shift. It could be a deeper breath. It could be just glancing out the window and seeing a cloud shape shift for just a moment. It can be the note of a wind chime or the song of a bird. You just reach for these fleeting moments throughout your day that are beautiful and positive. And that helps counterbalance sort of the soup of darkness. So, if you're in the midst of change, and if it's causing upset within you, and if you're slipping into a soup of darkness that can often occur for all of us because we're all human, I want to tell you to bring your focus inward. Forgive exactly where you are. Hug to your center. Take care of your physicality. Sit in silence for an allotted period of time. And use opportunities when they arise to reach for just something positive. Feel where you are in this moment and find some tiny thing that's beautiful. Okay, that was a long one. But thanks for listening.